All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakach, Badash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops at Great Millstone for teaching me this truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect on the highways and hedges, pushing the truth. It's your brother Rabbi Knapp coming out with a lesson, Lord's will is edifying. Okay, matter of fact, let's just get started. Let's go right into it, man. Let's not waste any time, man. Wanted to see where this federal agent was gonna come up. Normally he'd pop up. He ain't pop up today because I didn't shake his hand, man. So don't be shaking hands with these devils, man. Okay. Matter of fact, let's go to my account. Get some articles, man. By the way, if you don't know what I'm doing, I'm a Hebrew Israelite, man. I'm coming out trying to wake up the elect of Israel so they can wake up to who they are and get the real truth of this Bible, man. Because we got we got the living waters that Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Okay, there's he comes in a volume in the book, but the Israelites who this word is for, or the elect of those Israelites who this word is for, they're gonna receive this word and they're gonna come and drink out of their own cistern, man. They're gonna start to understand that this devil ain't got the truth, man. Okay, you've been deceived, and we're trying to wake you up in these last days, man. Lord's will, this video gets to who it needs to get to. Okay, but these videos aren't for everybody. All right, and I want to start off with this. It says Navy U.S. fighter jet falls off aircraft carrier and into the Red Sea. So this is the American military that's so mighty and great, man. Okay, but one of their aircraft carriers, one of their jet planes, it fell off into the sea. Okay, and why does this matter? What's this have to do with the Bible, man? It shows you that this military is not as strong as you think they are, man. It shows you that Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is not as powerful as you think he is. If he was so powerful, don't you think we shouldn't be on these highways and hedges cussing his ass out, saying that he's going to be going into slavery? Don't you think we should be persecuted, locked up, thrown away with the key? No. See, the Lord is having this come about, man. This is all through the Lord's will, man, to come out, preach this word, and then the end's going to come, man. So when you start seeing these prophets on these highways and hedges telling you your downfall, you know it's about the end of time, man. It's about the end of your kingdom, man. The prophets got to arise first. Okay, it's a process on how the Lord takes this place down. All right, and as a matter of fact, let's start in Jeremiah, the 28th chapter. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 28, verse 8. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. So that's what they prophesied about. They didn't prophesy about holding hands and coming together as one big, huge nation. There would have been no reason for us to have prophets if it was like that. That's not the case, man. There would be no need for anyone to repent if everybody was going to be given these promises that Abraham was given. Okay? It would be no need for us to come out here on these highways and hedges and tell you about the transgressions, which are you breaking the commandments, man. There would be no need for this, okay? But the Lord's getting you back into repentance so you can remember, so you can get yourself ready for this marriage, all right? So let me get back to this article. So that's what they did. They prophesied against many countries. Especially this country. This country is the most wicked country in the world. That's why everybody's here. Because their country's desolate. Okay? And who's causing that place to be desolate? Esau Edom, the so-called white man. If you didn't know that. Okay? It says, what's that article? I just dropped it. This shit's funny as shit. It says U.S. sailors had to leap for their lives when a fighter jet fell off a Navy aircraft carrier that was reportedly making evasive maneuvers to avoid Houthi militants fire in the Red Sea on Monday. Okay, so this goes to show you why you maneuvering around these Houthi militants. I thought you could just wipe them out. See, these Houthis got actually more capability than you thought. They ain't a pushover. There's no reason why a sovereign nation like America should be fighting up against a proxy group like the Houthis, man. Say that for the small fish. Why don't you invest in the people in that area who are coming up against him. There's no one to invest in because everyone hates Esau. So he got to go over there by himself and clean up that mess over there. And that's in the Red Sea, by the way. So that's where you get your cargo goods that's supposed to be coming to your cargo ports in California. Okay? And that's foolishness, man. He had to maneuver from the Houthis. What kind of guns are they working with for the U.S. military to have to maneuver? It says the F/A/18 fighter Super Hornet jet. You see how he buffs the names of his technology? Oh, it's the Super Hornet jet. Then why the little small Houthis that make missiles out of scrap metal and bomb Israelis with it? How come you got all this taxpayer dollars going in, funneling this military war machine, but they can't even take down a small militia group like this? It's foolishness. Okay? Along with the vehicle towing it into place on the deck of the USS Harry S. Truman. Rolled right out of the hangar and into the water, the Navy said. It said it rolled right out of the hangar and right into the water. How is that going to defend your goods, man? He's supposed to be fighting these people so they can open up trade routes. And he said it's only 10% of U.S. trade, so it's not going to be so much, it's not going to have that much of an impact on your goods. Okay? So you ain't got to worry about this. This is just, don't even listen to me. Don't worry. Everything's going to be all right. Listen to the so-called white man. Okay? Listen to T.D. Jakes. He's opened up a mega church, giving it to his daughter. Unarmed U.S. officials indicated to CNN that the ship was swerving to avoid incoming fire from Yemen's Houthi rebel force. Carriers make a zigzag maneuver when attempting to evade missile fire. They're trying to evade missile fire from these so-called terrorists, man. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? These Houthi, they don't even get a lot. They live like off $1 a day. You see these people begging for $1? Well, there's people actually fighting against the government, and they're making them maneuver. They're making them shake around. Why? Because it don't matter if the Lord's not dealing with you, man. It don't matter how big your military is, man. And it's the Lord exposing this devil to show you, man, he ain't as tough as he thinks. And he think he gonna fight up against the Lord? Come on, man. You can't even fuck with the Houthis. All right? It says carriers make a zigzag maneuver when attempting to evade missile fire, causing them to list to one side. Exactly, man. So imagine these things are happening now, and then here comes the Lord, and you got to fight him. He said he's going to make you fight him, too. You read 2 Esdras, the 13th chapter, he tells you. He said he's going to make these devils fight up against the Lord. That's what all this military capability is for. All right? So they can fight up against these devils. The wicked, these witches, these warlocks. All right? These damn Edomites. It said it is one of the 2 U.S. aircraft carriers operating in the area where U.S. forces have been striking the Houthis on a near daily basis using fighter jets, bombers, ships, and drones. So why didn't you take a drone? Why didn't the drone take them out, man? Come on. Make it make sense. Obviously, the Lord got them scared out there, man. Because look at the type of people that's operating this equipment, man. They're regular Babylonians. They're thinking about playing video games back at home. They're not putting their lives on the line for this country 100%. They're not fully invested in the war that they're going into. When you're going into somebody else's land, they're defending that land. They already live there. You're a foreigner. That's how Esau likes to attack. He's a foreigner. He comes into your land. He's deporting you, calling you a foreigner, calling you an immigrant. He's the biggest immigrant the world has ever seen. Okay? This is foolishness. This is the hypocrisy of this devil. And it's so funny when you start to watch this devil, you can see how hypocritical he actually is, how foolish he actually is. But you got to search, you got to find, you got to keep watch, like the Lord said. And he's showing you, he's exposing them every single day. But are they watching? No. Are they listening? No. But the information's out there. It says the F/A/18E was actively under tow in the hangar bay when the move crew lost control of the aircraft. How you gonna fight and win, man, and you can't even get the hangar out there, man? What are they hitting you with? They probably got their own type of drones. It's not hard to get a drone. They can use cheaper drones. You can buy drones out of Walmart. drones at a target. You can weaponize these things. That's just like that mayor in Pennsylvania. He thought he was guarded. He got this big, huge fence, and some damn Edomite hopped the gate, and he threw a damn Molotov cocktail in his living room. And he got full-blown security. So if the Lord want to send a message, he don't need all that might to do it. He'll send a crackhead over to your house and Molotov cocktail your shit. Shalom, King. That's a beautiful shirt. 1-4, you got another 4 on there? I don't think he speaks English. He got a 41 on his back in gold, man. That's beautiful, man. You know? So he could do that with, look at that, with very little, man. And that's what he's going to do with his remnant. He's going to utterly destroy you, Esau. You making 50,000 robots, man. Come on, man. That's not going to work. You trusting that shit ain't going to work. Your jets don't work, your missiles don't work, you're falling off, Esau. You need to get your shit together, man. Do we have to tell you how to defeat the Houthis too? You can destroy them, man. You can do it, Esau. Just gotta put some heart into it, man. Ultimately, hey, it's the Lord and you can't repent, so you're gonna die anyways. It says, the crew members who were in the it says, the aircraft and tow tractor were lost overboard. So they couldn't even tow it back in. The aircraft and tow tractor were lost overboard, man. You couldn't even recover it. Come on, Esau, this is pathetic. You should have hid this. This should be classified information. But the Lord's exposing him so the whole world can know, but y'all don't pay attention to these things, man. This made my day, seeing this. And what do you think the Houthis are doing about seeing something like this? They're happy about this. They're clapping their hands. Imagine you going to war and you knock down an American jet fighter plane that costs hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars. That makes sense. And you over here fighting with rocks, man. You're going to be happy about that. That's a win for him, for them. That's one less jet plane, more taxpayer money, and that makes you matter at this place, man. So every time they take it down, they got to take more money from you. So it's really affecting you. Because that's where your tax-paying dollars are going. It says, the Navy said the jet was part of the Strike Fighter Squadron 136. The crew members who were in the pilot seat of the Super Hornet and on the small towing tractor both jumped out before the jet and the tug went into the Red Sea. They jumped out, man. Come on, you ain't got an eject button in there, Esau? Where they can get propelled into the air enough for a parachute to safely drop them down to the floor? No, they had to jump out. Foolishness. $1 million thing, man. You can't even tow it back on the aircraft. This is your Navy. This is the American Navy. I got a cousin in this bullshit, man. Foolishness. It says the crew members who were in the pilot seat of the Super Hornet and on the small towing tractor both jumped out before the jet and the tug went into the Red Sea. Fighter jets are routinely towed around the hangar deck to park where they are needed. Monday's incident was the second F/8-18 operating off the Truman to be lost in 6 months after one was mistakenly shot down by the USS Gettysburg late last year. Isn't that that's friendly fire? You're shooting your own chariots down, man. And guess what? The Lord said he was going to do that. He said he was going to do that. This is the book of Haggai. Chapter 2, in verse 22. It says, and I will overthrow the throne of kingdoms, and I will destroy the strength of the kingdoms of the heathen. And I will overthrow the chariots and those that ride in them. And the horses and their riders shall come down, every one by the sword of his brother. Exactly, that was the sword of his brother. Taking the chariot down, man. That's the horse and the rider coming down. You get it? No. That's funny, man. Oh, man, that's hilarious. And that's your government, man. That's your government. They out there looking like a fool to the whole world. Everyone else knows it except for you. Because in this land, he's claiming to be the king of the country. He the king of the world. He's saying he has conversations with China, and China's denying they even spoke to this devil. But y'all believe he gonna save us. He gonna save us. Oh, we gonna be saved. No, you're not. You're gonna die. Okay? It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 19. In verse number, let me get 4 first. Isaiah 19:4, and the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord Yahweh, the Lord of hosts. He's the Lord of armies, man. He decides who's gonna win the battle. So just because you got this big, huge, humongous air carrier in the Red Sea, it's too big to be over there. Maybe in the open sea, you have a bigger advantage. But in closeness like that, you probably want to have a smaller ships, smaller things like that. But it costs a lot of fuel, a lot of cargo, a lot of money just to send the shit over there. So strategically, it don't even make sense, Esau, man. You need to come out. You should have did more terrorist attacks like you normally do. Start from the inside. Start the protesting, and then arm some of the people. Go in there saying that you want to make peacemakers, and then you can go in there and set up your military through your peacemaking operation like you normally do. So just stick with what you're used to, man. Don't switch it up. You bringing too much over there, man, and they're using very little to take you down. You ain't thinking right. Ultimately, it's because you're falling off. You want to show your strength, but your strength don't come in the strength of your chariots. We're starting to see the flesh don't really have strength. This is what we're trying to tell you, man. It's the Lord of hosts, man. He's controlling the battle. All right? He's having you make these stupid counsels. He's the one. He's doing you like King Ahab, man. Sending you over to Ramoth Gilead so you can get hit with an arrow, just like your and the rest of your men too. Isaiah 19 in verse 14. The Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. So that's you. Everything you create, everything that he puts his hands to, it has an error in it. It's not perfect, but he tells you he's great because you think this devil is all-knowing, almighty, he's wise, but he's dumb because he don't understand the Lord's controlling him. Okay, the Lord's, he's strategically controlling everything. All the hearts of these kings, man. Having them go over there on the worst day he possibly could. Making his chariots foolishness, man. And they're not telling you in that article I read about how it got taken down. It said it got shot down, but it could have got shot down by a drone. It could have got shot down by heat-seeking missiles. It could have got shot down by, who knows? It could have been an error. It could have been this. It could have been that. He's not telling you. But what he is telling you is he's not winning the battle over there in the Red Sea. So your cargoes, your Amazon goods that you need, it might not be able to get over here. Okay? So that's that. Let's jump over to the book of Isaiah chapter 29. Let's go to Isaiah 29. Isaiah 29 at verse 10. For the Lord hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and have closed your eyes. The prophets and your rulers, the seers, have he covered. Yes, so the people who are talking to you, Esau, they're lying to you, man. They're not giving you wise counsel. And you set up all these damn Edomites, these old racist Edomites around you, thinking they're going to give you wise counsel, and they're not. They're giving you stupid counsel, man. Just sort of like Rehoboam. Now, he took the counsel of the young men, which was stupid, man. He should have took the counsel of the elders. But see, you're like a child, so your elders are children too, because they all Edom, okay? You don't understand the Lord's mustering the host of the battle. You're going to die in the valley of Jehoshaphat. Thus saith the Lord. Isaiah chapter 30 and 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. Exactly. You have a covering. You have an understanding of the Bible that's not according to the scriptures. You got an understanding of the Bible that's according to Esau, Edom. So you can add sin unto sin, which is transgression of the law, which is 1 John 3 and 4. Okay, who was the law given to? It was given to the Israelites, not the whole world. This is our laws. We're supposed to be enforcing these laws. Are we doing it? No. All right, this is the government that you're looking at. Esau took our government out. The people that are on these highways and hedges, we're like a representation of this destroyed government, man. We're the judges, we're Yasharala, we're the princes of the power, man. And our laws are not being implemented down here on the earth because the Lord took the power away from us. But we still come out here, he's building up those old ruins, so to speak. All right, that's why we're coming out here prophesying the downfall of Esau Edom's kingdom so we can get right back into power. Through our power, man, getting reconnected to the power outlet, which is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. You got it? And what's going on is, this devil, he don't want this government to rise, man. He don't want the tabernacles of David ruling again. Why? Because under King David, he was in slavery. He was a servant. So these things are coming back. All right? And he's starting to see it before his eyes. The more he starts to see us, the more videos that come out exposing this devil, that's him being exposed. The more it starts with the government starting to keep their laws, statutes, and commandments. Hey, now the laws, statutes, and commandments are being, people are doing them now. All right? So that's showing you how the power is increasing. So when you see new men out here on these highways and hedges, hey, that's an expansion of the government. That's Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, raising up the ruins of the tabernacles of David right before your eyes, like he prophesied to do. Isaiah 30 and 2. That walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Yeah, you trust in the shadow of Egypt. You think America's going to last forever? It's going to save you from all calamities, all these different terrorist organizations. They can't even get their FA/18 off the damn carrier. So all those missiles are at the bottom of the sea, just like Pharaoh. All his chariots and horsemen and riders, all at the bottom. He's literally in the Red Sea. That's the funny thing about it. This is the Lord. It's the irony of it all. Sending his Pharaoh's back in the Red Sea and his chariots are going back underwater, man. How silly is this? And this is the last days, man. All right? It's so funny. The Lord has a sense of humor. That's how you know it ain't no so-called white man. So-called white man's jokes, man, it's not even funny. His jokes don't make sense. They're dry. But you see the Lord sending Pharaoh over there, matching it up with the scriptures, got his men on the highways and hedges laughing at this devil while he's falling asleep behind the wheel. Can't even tell it. This is funny. This should be a faith booster to the elect for the true believers out there, the sincere believers. Okay? It's funny, man. It's hilarious. Isaiah 30 and 3. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame. Yeah. And the trust in the shadow of Egypt, your confusion. Exactly. The trust in the shadow of Egypt shall be your confusion. You're not going to understand why your cargo ships ain't coming here anymore. You're not going to understand why Esau is losing the battle. Because you lack understanding. You lack knowledge. So if he's already being confounded, he's already being ashamed yesterday, or actually what's today? Today, I don't know what today is. Today's Tuesday or Wednesday. This happened Monday. This is this week. This is good news. This is the Lord just started. Isaiah 31 and 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. Yeah, you trust in these chariots, and I'm telling you, these chariots are being confounded. Just like Pharaoh's chariots. Pharaoh trusted in them when he was chasing the Israelites, right? What happened to those chariots? The same thing that happened to that F/A-18, man. Same thing, man. It's Pharaoh's chariots. You can't trust in them, man. He's going to be confounded. This time, you're going to be on Pharaoh's side. You're going to get drowned with these thermonuclear missiles that are coming here. Okay? The book of Isaiah, chapter 36. In verse number 6, it says, Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed, on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him. Exactly. So same thing, man. You trust that staff is there for stability. You think this place is going to be stable, you're going to get pierced with it. Literally with this MOTB, because you're going to trust it's going to save you. It's not. It's a broken reed, okay? It's meant for you to fail. Okay? Yeah. So don't trust in this place, man. Get your mind right. Arise ye and depart. This is not your rest. It's not the time to be sleeping, man. It's the time to be putting in work, all right? Putting in work while you still can. Ezekiel chapter 17, verse 15. But he rebelled against him in sending his ambassadors into Egypt, that they might give him horses and much people. Shall he prosper? Shall he escape that doeth such things? Or shall he break the covenant and be delivered? As I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, surely in the place where the king dwelleth that made him king, whose oath he despised, and whose covenant he brake, even with him in the midst of Babylon, he shall die. Exactly, man. It's the Lord. He determines if you're going to win the battle or not, man. Okay, and ultimately Esau, hey, he lost, man. The elect got the victory. All right? We're just waiting for it to happen, but it was already written. All right, let's jump over there, matter of fact. Let's jump over there. Revelation chapter 15, verse 1. And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of the Most High. And I saw, as it were, a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the heavenly Father. So see, there you go. So someone got the victory, and those are Israelites, okay? There's a great multitude from all nations upon the earth, but it's Israel, okay? No other nation's gonna be up in that sea mingled with glass, looking down at the destruction of Babylon. It's not gonna happen. And Israel, okay? I did a video on it. IShowSpeed was at his computer. He was playing a video game, and what happened was he was nuking something on the video game, but he was nuking America and he was nuking Israel, and that's super spiritual because he don't know any of this. He don't know the truth, man. The Lord just used him to do that, man. But when I first started doing videos, for some reason the Apple phone sucks when you try to do videos on your phone. I had an app on my phone. I was trying to do a video, but when you transfer to YouTube, the audio doesn't transfer, just the visual. But that was a funny. I might have to redo that video. That shit is funny as hell. It's not really funny, but it's super spiritual, man. That he's using a YouTube person like that, and that shit had millions of views. It had like 3 million views. And everyone was saying, oh, he doesn't know, even the small hats were speaking up for him. Oh, he doesn't know this. He was just doing that. He's just playing a video game. Yeah, no, the Lord was using him to show a message, man. Okay? So there goes Pharaoh's chariots, man. You don't want to trust in them. You don't want to trust in Egypt. They're not going to save you. Okay, what's this? It says, Trump to the Atlantic, I run the country and the world. He said he runs the country and the world. Donald Duck. You believe that? He runs the country and the world, he says. Okay. Let me see. Let's see if that's true. The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 10, and verse 4. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. So hold on. You said you run the country and the world, but the Lord's saying he runs the earth. So who's lying here? Is it Donald Duck or is it the Lord? You choose, man. Okay? It's the book of Job, chapter 9, and verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Hold on. So Donald Duck said he runs the world, but the Lord said the earth is, he runs the earth. But then he said he gave it into the hand of the wicked. So Donald Duck's not lying here. Okay, so he's telling you the truth. Because when you filter it through the scriptures, it shows you Now we're starting to see who the wicked is. Let's read that again. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Hold on. Everyone thinks God is the so-called white man. Who did that? Did the so-called black man go around telling everybody Jesus Christ is the so-called white man, sir? What about the Chinese man? The Indian man? The Jamaican man? The African man? No. It's all lies, man. It's Esau. He's the one doing all these wicked abominations in the earth. Okay, so now that he's revealing himself, now we can start to see that the scriptures are true. Okay, this is the book of Psalms 24:1, a Psalm of David. The earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof, the world, and they that dwell therein. So he owns everything. So what is Duck talking about here, man? He's talking folly. He's exposing himself. All right? This is Esau we're talking about here, man. Esau, Edom. Okay, it says the President Duck declared that he runs the world as he reflected on what's different during his second White House go-around in an interview with the Atlantic magazine. He said, the first time I had two things to do, run the country and survive. I had all these crooked guys, Trump said in the interview, published April 28th. And the second time, I run the country and the world. So he said he runs the country and the world. Okay, so if Donald Duck runs the country and the world, now we know that the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. 2nd Ezra 6:9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So we know he matches up with Isaiah 19:4, being that cruel king. Okay? He said he runs the world. He runs the country. All right? So these things that are going on, hey, he got a hand. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He just sealed himself with the scriptures. That pretty much matches up. Okay? He's the one who's saying this. I'm just saying. Duck has pushed the boundaries of the presidency during his first 100 days back in the White House, signing more than 140 executive orders to unilaterally achieve his policy, arms, and seek retribution against his political adversaries. So that's 140 executive orders, only 4 more, and that 4th one's probably going to be for the elect. All right? Let's see. I can't wait till the next 4. He just signed 3. The last 3 I know that he signed was to lock up more immigrants. You have to speak English if you're driving trucks, and something about the police and giving the police more military, more access to the military, or one of the two, or the military more access with the police, or the police more access with the military. Something with the police and the military, man. We know he's using them as a weapon. Oh, and these sanctuary cities, basically, they need to be cooperating. You know, so there's a lot going on, and it all has to go up against you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And this is the 140th executive order. So 4 more executive orders. Hey, man, and that's 144. Okay, so we're getting close to the end, which is a representation of the elect of Israel. Okay, what else does it say in here? He said he pushed the boundaries. Okay, let me grab this in the book of Job, chapter what's it, Job 5? Nope. Oh, it's Job 14, Salakia. It's the book of Job, chapter 14, verse 5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. So he means pushing the boundaries, man. He got an appointed bound, an appointed time that he cannot pass. Okay? So what is Duck talking about? Who should we believe? Duck or the Lord? It says Duck sit-down interview came as in his approval rating has taken a considerable hit, falling to 39% in a new poll from the Washington Post. So you're falling I thought y'all loved him. I thought his turnout rate was high. He won the popular vote. What happened? I thought he was gonna make America great again. What's going on here? Why is it not great like you thought it was gonna be? Why are there more protests? Why are there more civil unrest? Why are these things happening? Well, because the Lord wants these things to happen. Okay? It says, nevertheless, Duck agreed with an observation, then he's having more fun blowing up Washington with a twinkle in his eye as one close ally so far during his return to the White House. I'm having a lot of fun considering what I do. Trump said, you know, what I do is such serious stuff. Yeah, it's serious, man. It is serious. He's doing a lot. He got a lot of work to do. He got to lock up a lot of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Hey, Shalom, King Yabashim Yahushua Barakatah, man. Azaya Allah, Idaho, man. Okay? You got a lot of stuff to do, man. That's what he's saying. And it seems like the stuff that he has a lot to do consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay? In an interview conducted, hold on. It says, Duck remarked on the friendly reception he's gotten from many in the billionaire class, including Meta founder Mark Zuckerberg and Amazon founder Jeff Bezos during his second term. Yeah, so now these, I think Biden called them oligarchs. Okay, these are the oligarchs that Biden was talking about, man. Because he's trying to implement the MOTB, man. He's the cruel king that's going to set up this digital infrastructure. He already started off by giving $500 billion to this digital infrastructure. Okay, this is all the Lord, man. Fulfilling Revelation 13 and 16. Let me grab that. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. What kind of society are you going to live in order to receive a mark in your right hand or your forehead? Maybe a society that's declining. Maybe a society that needs food, needs water. Don't you see you're on a projection for these things to happen? He's building a digital infrastructure, $500 billion he wants to invest. We just talked about Meta, Mark Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos. Okay? You see what he was doing with TikTok and X. All these social media platforms, man. Okay? Why is he using all these things? Because he's that cruel king that's going to bring these things to pass. All right? So you need to know that. Revelation 13 and 17. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 636. Yeah, 666, man. That's the wicked. And Esau loves playing with those numbers, and he's gonna get you with that number by putting it into the MOTB and putting that inside of you. All right? Showing you that he's the wicked, man. All right. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to buy or sell. You go into Whole Foods, man. They got a scanner right there. It's already implemented, and that's been implemented for a while now. And Whole Foods, I believe, is ran by Amazon. So Amazon already has all types of digital stores that they're trying to implement. All right, that requires that type of identification to purchase things. You can just walk into the store and then walk out, and your purchases will go directly to your account. This is all that infrastructure he's trying to build here. 15-minute cities. You see what happened in France and Spain, I believe, with the blackout. Okay, so he can implement something like that in order to get you to go into this type of 15-minute city by taking this MOTB device. And if you don't have this type of device, then you're going to be stuck with everyone else trying to fight over the little bit of resources that are still left out here. So these places in the city, these are the worst places to be. Okay? Because this is where it's gonna really go down now. It's really gonna go down here in these cities, man. All right? It's gonna go down, man. It says the interview conducted April 24th. No, it says, it's just a higher level of respect. I don't know, Doug said. Maybe they don't know me at the beginning and they know me now. Yeah, now they know you that cruel king, man. They're like, shit, we better listen to what he say. Why you think? Oh yeah, I forgot about Daffy Duck. You can't forget about Daffy Duck coming into your. He got. It's his 100-day thing too. I got an article on him. And he got fucking cheese on his head like a fool. Okay. Cheesehead, man. It says in an October campaign rally, the billionaire predicted, talking about Daffy Duck, he could find at least $2 trillion in annual savings, which would require him to slash the budget by nearly 30%. A daunting goal considering that almost half of all government spending goes toward the military, Medicare, and Social Security. These are three politically difficult to cut areas. Earlier this year, Musk cited a still ambitious $1 trillion as his target. So that's your military, that's your Medicare and Social Security. And what's he trying to build? Don't you think this is a conflict of interest if he has federal funding? Well, if he stops getting you to fund military, if he stops getting you to fund Medicare and Social Security, well, he can weaponize his robot army that he got. Okay? In these 15-minute cities that he's trying to set up. So he's right in line with what the scriptures say. Okay? He's not the person that should be within your government, man. It says some of the goal is to cut as much waste, fraud, and abuse from the federal government as possible. The president is very happy and supportive of the achievements of Doge and knows that we are just now getting started. So he's all aligned with it, man. He's not telling them to stop. He's literally in the Oval Office with them, man. So they're coming about with these plans to come persecute you. And while the stupid people still think he's for them, by the time they realize he's not for them, it's gonna be too late. The whole time they were sitting there clapping, and they should have been revolted. Okay? And I'm not telling them to do that, but the mindset of the people is it's hypocritical, man. You don't wait all the way up to this point. You're done already. You were done years ago. You were done since he came off the gold standard. Okay? Look at the price of gold now. This whole place should be paved in gold, man. You stayed on the gold standard back then. But see, a well-ordered government, that's why our streets are going to be paved with gold when we get the kingdom, man, because it's going to be well-ordered. Not in disorder, like this government. Like it says in Ecclesiasticus, the 10th chapter. Let's go back there, as a matter of fact. Ecclesiasticus chapter 10 and verse 1, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well-ordered. You'll be well-ordered, man. If you stayed like that, man, damn, Babylon would have been golden, man. He would have already it would have already been in the golden age. It would have never had to recede. Okay? This place would have been, come on, man. It would have been like the kingdom of heaven, but it's not. It's the opposite. It's the kingdom of hell. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. Exactly. You see, you don't like Duck, then you better not like anybody else who's around him, because that's who he set up, people who are just like him. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. And you see, such as all they that dwell therein, man. They're foolish, they're sottish, they're childish. Okay? They're wicked. Just like the ruler is. An unwise king destroyeth his people, and he's going to destroy you. He's going to destroy you by taking this MOTB device that's going to give you a grievous sore. Just like it in the plagues of Egypt. Just like it says in Exodus, the 9th chapter. Okay? That you people don't read. That can't put 2 and 2 together. Let's grab it. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 9. This the book of Exodus chapter 9 and verse 8. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses and unto Aaron, take to you handfuls of ashes of the furnace, and let Moses sprinkle it toward the heaven in the sight of Pharaoh. And it shall become small dust in all the land of Egypt, and shall be a boil breaking forth with blains upon man and upon beast throughout all the land of Egypt. And they took ashes of the furnace and stood before Pharaoh, and Moses sprinkled it up toward heaven, and it became a boil breaking forth with blains upon man and upon beasts. And the magicians could not stand before Moses because of the boils, for the boil was upon the magicians and upon all the Egyptians. So these boils are going to be going into the MOTB too. You're going to have a grievous sore. And that grievous sore is this cancerous sore, man. You're not supposed to have these foreign objects inside of your body, man. So an unwise man, Salakia, is going to destroy his people. So ultimately, this is going to destroy you. Ecclesiasticus chapter 10 and verse 3, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be saved. But he don't have any prudence. He don't have wisdom. And this city's not going to be saved, so that's why it's going to be destroyed. Okay? The government is not well ordered. Okay? Anything else in here I wanted to say? Let me keep going. I got 14 minutes. This is, some of Musk's claims about the size of the government's fraud problem are also difficult to prove. He told Fox Business, Larry Kudlow, last month the government could save $500 billion to $700 billion by cutting fraud and waste from entitlement programs. But there's little evidence that fraud exists on anywhere near that scale. Exactly, man. There's little evidence to... He says these things that you can't prove. All right? As a matter of fact, the article tells you how he said he saved... Let me see. Did I skipped a lot of it. But basically... let me see if I can find it. Yeah, it says, so far, Doge's stated cost savings haven't come close to the $1 trillion mark. Musk said earlier this month he anticipates $150 billion in savings in the 2026 fiscal year by cutting waste and fraud. Meanwhile, the Doge website says it has saved $160 billion through a combination of canceling contracts and grants, selling assets, and ferreting out fraud. But many of the cost savings touted by Doge have been called into question. Doge keeps a running tally of spending cuts on its website, but this wall of receipts, quote unquote, has included errors and unverified claims, including an $8 million canceled contract that was erroneously listed at $8 billion. CBS News has previously reported. So these are all lies. These are those enchantments, man. So he looks good. You know, he'll say something even though it's false. Then when you catch him this is him being caught in his lies. Oh, I saved $8 million. What he puts on his website, he saved $8 billion. And then when they get to him about it, this is what he says. This is what he says. He has a response for everything. He said the goal is to cut as much waste, fraud, and abuse from the federal government as possible. Fields told CBS News, the president is very happy and supportive of the achievements of Doge and knows we are just now getting started. Ah, shoot. He's basically saying that lengthy acceptance. He said that those reports were before Doge was official. I can't find it. There's so much to read, man. Well, that's Daffy Duck, man. Daffy Duck and Donald Duck, man, working together. That's why he's always wearing all black, just like Daffy Duck, man. He got a fitted cap on, that's his beak. That's Daffy Duck, man. You gotta... Oh, man. I was trying to find a picture of him side by side with Daffy Duck. Couldn't find it, man. Someone need to make that up, man. Damn, my fucking, this dust. They're doing construction over here. You get dust all over. Fucking Satan putting dust in my eyes, man. Satan's fucking with me, man. You too, man. You too. Satan's fucking with me, man. Okay. It says, so that's pretty much it, man. You got the wrong people in power. He shouldn't be in the state that he's in. He shouldn't be operating with the money. Because what all he's going to do is refund your Medicare, your Social Security, all over to him so he can fund your destruction. This digital infrastructure, these AI robots, these MOTB devices, okay? And you guys don't see it coming. Daffy Duck. What time is it? I got 10 minutes. So this is what we got to deal with, man. Keep going. Ecclesiastes 10:4, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable, and that's Yahweh Shai. He gonna be set over this whole world. Duck saying I'm the king of the country, I'm the king of all of this shit, man. Come on, man, you're a fool. As a matter of fact, let me grab this in 2 Maccabees chapter 8. 2 Maccabees chapter 8 in verse number 16. It says, so Maccabeus, which is Judas Maccabees, called his men together unto the number of 6,000. So he has 6,000 men. He's calling them together because they about to go to war. And exhorted them not to be stricken with the terror of the enemy, because the enemy outnumbered them. Just like now, we're outnumbered. There's a small remnant against a large multitude of heathen and Esau. They got all the power. Okay, we don't even have a well-ordered government. Okay, it says, and I think he's fighting up against Nicanor in 2 Maccabees, the 8th chapter. It says, nor to fear the great multitude of the heathen. So this is Judah Maccabee saying, don't fear the great multitude of the heathen, all right? Who came wrongly against them, but to fight manfully. Yeah, you got to fight manfully against these damn heathen, okay? And it says to set before their eyes the injury that they had unjustly done to the holy place. Yeah, these heathen, and most importantly, Esau, Edom, he tore down the temple, okay? And that temple has been destroyed since 70 AD. Now they got this new temple. That's their shit, man. It's a profane temple, man. The third temple is us being built up in front of your eyes. Okay? Don't ever forget that. All right? And it says, and the cruel handling of the city. Okay, that was our stronghold, man. The cruel handling of the city. This is Judas Maccabees fighting for our laws, fighting for this knowledge that we got here, man. Fighting to keep the laws of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, whereof they made a mockery, all right, and they still make a mockery of us with the shit that they talk. Now, I watched a video today. There's two fucking little white kids with glasses talking about his ancestors built this country. You motherfuckers can't even lift up shit, man. You motherfuckers are weak. If you didn't have these fucking John Deere things, you couldn't break rocks. You're gonna be, though, in the kingdom, though. Get the hell out of here. You didn't build up Europe until after World War II, but I'm talking about before that. These old castles, all these things, man, that's Yasharallah. Anything that's great down here on the earth, we built, okay? It says, but to fight manfully and to set before their eyes the injury that they had unjustly done to the holy place. Yes, set it before your eyes, remember it. And the cruel handling of the city, whereof they made a mockery, and also the taking away of the government of their forefathers. That's what they did, man. They took away the government of our forefathers, man. Okay? And we're reestablishing that now. It might look small to you, but this is very large in the eyes of the Lord, serving the Lord, man. Okay? Because these laws, statutes, and commandments, it's like we're rededicating the temple. We're getting rid of that old altar, we're setting up a new one. We're cleaning house. But now the third temple is within us, man. We're getting rid of these altars, man. These idols. These false beliefs that we used to have, man. This world is getting put off. Okay? You got to defend the temple. All right? If you're part of the elect, there's only the elect. Everyone else, this whole world's against you, man. This whole world's against you. And there's a government that's out here, man, that's standing up for their laws. That's keeping their laws. That's fighting for their laws. All right? Second Maccabees chapter 8 in verse 18. It says, for they said, he trusts in their weapons and boldness. Just like Esau, man. Trust in your weapons and your boldness. But our confidence is in the Almighty, who at back can cast down both them that come against us and also all the world. So he can take down all the world, man. Okay, and this is the Lord. We don't have to pick up sword and fight, man. He gonna be fighting for us. This is his battle. We just gotta watch it. We gotta play our role. But not everyone's role is to do with everyone's role is exactly what they're doing. All right? No one's out of order, man. The Lord got men set up exactly the way, everything that they're doing, that's what they're supposed to be doing. Okay? You gotta be meek. You gotta let it happen, man. Let people do what they want to do. All right? The word should be guiding your steps, man. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. Okay? Simple as that. Those are the only ones who are going to follow Yahweh Shem Yahushua. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3 and 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. So there's every season, like this, you have summer, you have fall, you have winter, you have spring. Same thing. There's a season for all these things. Ecclesiastes, chapter 3 and verse 5. A time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. So you got to know, what time are we in, man? Is this a time to embrace? Is it a time to cast away stones, or is it a time to bring the stones together? Okay, ultimately the elect are gonna, those are the stones that need to be brought together. All right, that's it. Everyone else, I don't know what happens to y'all, man. This is for the elect, that's it, man. Many are called, but few are chosen. I didn't write it, man. Verse 8, Ecclesiastes 3 and 8. A time to love and a time to hate. So there's a time for love and a time for hate. Not God loves everybody all the time. No. There's a time for that. And there's a time to hate too. Okay? A time of war and a time of peace. Now, you hear a lot of peace, 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 peace. But it seems like there's nothing but war, because that's all this devil got for you, man. That's all he got is war. Okay? That's it. Let me jump over to this article. It says, the Duck administration has informed Congress that it intends to designate Haitian gangs as foreign terrorist organizations. Sources told the Associated Press. So, now these Haitian gangs are, terrorist organizations. You listen to the Haitians. I did a video on this. He said the bourgeoisie is giving them guns, man. Poor people don't have access to water and food, but they got AR-15s and American-made grade weapons. Come on, you do the math. That's the so-called white man giving them so they can kill each other. And then once they realize they're killing each other too much, they're going to try to come together. And guess what's going to happen? He's going to come in and try to put y'all to death and claim to be the hero. That's what he does, man. He causes that confusion, that gray area, just so we can come destroy you, take all your resources, man. Okay? And destroy generations of your family. Have them turn all homosexuals and all that. Have them begging to come over here to Babylon to be a damn homosexual. And then the Lord's going to put you to death for it, too. And is your church telling you that? You're going to die according to the laws in the Bible? No. Okay? It says a notification sent to... Let me just get to the point. It says, we have also designated 2 bloodthirsty transnational gangs, MS-13 and Tren de Agua. They've been designated the highest level of terrorists, and that lets us do a lot of things that you wouldn't be able to do, Duck said. See, when he labels you a terrorist, hey, now, he said the Haitians, he said the Venezuelans, that's you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. He can't tell the difference. This is the so-called white man I'm talking about. He don't know the difference between, he looks at that as all you so-called Negroes, all of you Latinos, you going to Guantanamo Bay, locking your ass up. I thought y'all already came out of slavery. I thought everything's all right. I thought this was a peaceful country. It's not. As long as this devil's here, you'll never have prosperity, man. He needs to be locked up for the things he did to this world. Look at the seas. You drive down Lynn Marsh Road, it fucking stinks. Why is that? Because Esau's running this shit. You got all this capability to fix this road. Go fix that nasty ass Linway. It's disgusting. Every single time you come down here, and these are people who are in power. These are people you pay your state taxes to. They need to be going to jail, man. Nancy Pelosi got damn near $84 million. What kind of work does she do? It's foolishness. We got armed guards guarding fucking paper money. That's not even real riches. He got a damn gun with the damn white man's face on the damn money. And he'll blow you away over paper. That's foolishness. Real money is what? Cattle. Real money is what? Gold, silver, land, property. That's what you should be guarding, not them some stupid. And then you guard into their small hat. He runs all these damn banks. And you're a damn slave. You fool. Damn dummies. He ain't dumb, I'm just saying. This is how hypocritical this system is.
Oh, that thing?
This world is hypocritical. But this is why the Bible says this place is going to be taken down.
When? When is it going to happen?
It's soon. That's a good answer. That's a good question. She said, when? Hey, that's a good question. It's soon, though. It's soon. You don't see these wars coming about? She said, when? Hey, that was the best question I heard all day. When? That's beautiful. That's beautiful, man. Yeah, that's a good question. That's a good question. The more I watch the news, it look like it's tomorrow. Every day, man. I know. Hey, I got to do my part, man. I got to read the Bible. Ain't no one else going to do it. Especially the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. They don't read the Bible. They don't understand the Bible. They read it, I guess. Who knows? All right? But that's what's going on in this world, man. Let me grab this in the book of Jeremiah. Let me get it on my phone. Let me get this on my phone. What time is it? That's me. That's my fault. I gotta go to work, man. She said, when? Hey, no one knows but the Heavenly Father. Oh, man, that's what she said. When? Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 33, thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. Exactly, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's why he's talking about the Haitians and the Venezuelans and the El Salvadorians. He gonna lock all y'all up under the banner of being a terrorist. Even some of you police officers that fight for his government, he gonna mistake you too. You going into jail too. As long as you a so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American, you ain't safe out here, man. You're done. You are done. You ain't got the Lord on your side, you are done. A gun's not gonna save you. You can't shoot a famine. You can't shoot a high fever, pestilence. You can't shoot Lord sending tornadoes. You can't shoot a hurricane. You can't shoot a robot. All right? You can't shoot the Lord. He's the one bringing all these things. He got flesh-eating flies in Mexico, man. Flesh-eating flies in Mexico, man. Come on, the Lord's terrible. Terrible, man. Oh. But I'm going to end it right there. Lord's will, that was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash, Shalom, Abba Babal, Kwam Yah.